Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Waldia, and in today's video finally I get to do the foundation review and wear test on the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Now this is the extended line. I got it in the color Spiced Rum. Jackie Aina did help everyone out by telling the brands, like, look, we need some more shades. This has been going on for years now, and brands are just now coming along with this, and I don't want to call it a trend because it's not a trend, you know what I mean? Creating foundations for the fairest to the darkest shouldn't be a trend. It should be something that's like, duh, if you want us to wear your foundation, we have to find our shade. Okay, so yeah, I am going to be testing out the foundation along with the primer and also the Born This Way concealer. The only reason why I did get the primer is because I heard that it pairs well with the foundation, and the Hangover primer just says that it's a replenishing face primer. It doesn't promise to be matte. Okay, it just says that it revives your skin and promotes elasticity and helps hydrate while locking down makeup for fresher, longer, and more flawless wear. Okay, if you guys don't know, I do have the most oily skin in the whole entire world, but I did see Jackie Aina try this primer, and she also has oily skin. I don't think it's as oily as mine, but let's give this a shot. This is the consistency of the primer. And as usual, I am going to apply the primer all over. A little scary because I don't feel like it's mattifying, and that's not what it says it would do anyway, but I'm so used to mattifying primers because of this super duper oily skin. Now onto the foundation. I did get it in the shade Spiced Rum. Y'all, I don't recommend doing this. I just purchased this online. I didn't do a shade match. I just went by what I saw online and what I thought would be my shade, and I picked out Spiced Rum. I'm still not sure if this is the correct shade. We're gonna find out right now. If it's not in the correct shade, I'll just have to go back and get another shade. But from the way it looks out here in the glass, it looks like it's my correct shade, but you shouldn't just go by what you see out here, because if it's a frosted glass type of packaging, it would be hard to see if the color does match. This foundation claims to be medium to full coverage. I like that it has a pump, and this is 1 fluid ounce. And this is the consistency of it. Looks like it'll be a pretty good match, right? Yeah, let's see. So first let me apply it to one side of my face just to see what it looks like. Taking my foundation brush, I'm just going to blend this out. This was actually a perfect match, right, y'all? What y'all think? A little too, okay, it might be a little too dark because look at my chest, but then again, my neck is a different color than my chest, and my face, I have a couple of colors going on here, so it might be a perfect match and just a tad bit too dark, a little bit too dark maybe, but yeah, I can work with it. And once you blend it out, I wonder if this oxidizes. Remember to go down your neck. Alright, so it's not a matte foundation, but it's not super dewy neither. So it's like in between, a satin type of finish, I'd say. Alright, so look at this side with just 1 pump. Alright, I like it so far. And it doesn't give you like a cakey beat type of finish, which is cool. It's more like skin. All right, so let's do this side. I'm definitely gonna have to set this foundation because I can already see my oils are not going to, stay at bay. No, no, no. So after blending this out, this is what my face is looking like. Like I said, I do think the color is a tad bit too dark. Just going off of what I have going on here on my chest, yeah, it's a little bit too dark, but once I apply my concealer and do all that, I think it'll work out. It'll be fine. I'd rather my foundation be a little too dark than be too light. Okay, I can't work with light foundations, no. All right, so next I'm going to go with the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. All right, and I got this in the color Chestnut. Now, this is not a super bright, the color that I chose will not show up super bright on me. I usually go a little lighter when I'm going for like a beat face or a super bright concealer look, but I like this for a more subtle concealer as far as shade goes anyway. So this is in the color Chestnut. First off, I do love the packaging, and I like that this is a wand. You know what I mean? So easy, and I like the applicator size. This would be so easy to apply. And this comes 0.5 fluid ounce. Not bad. See, this is not super bright. I don't know how it's coming across on camera, but it's not bright at all. It's like maybe one shade lighter than my skin tone. And since I'm not wearing eyeshadow today, I'm just going to blend this and also blend it on top of my eye. This is the Beauty Bakery sponge that I got in my makeup haul a couple of videos ago, and I've been using this sponge ever since. I love it. This concealer is bomb, y'all. Like, wow. And then I like to go in with my foundation brush and just blend out the edges, just to minimize harsh lines. Okay, now I'm going to take the Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder to just set everywhere that I just applied that concealer. And even though if I didn't contour, I like to set right underneath where I would contour, just to bring it out a little bit. I know I'm looking a little crazy right now, but I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is the final makeup look. I do like the way the foundation and the concealer work together with my other makeup products. I didn't experience any patchiness or any dry spots or even any super oily spots yet. All right, I just put this on, so I'm going to be wearing this throughout the day. This is going to be a long day. I'm going to wear it throughout the day and just see how it holds up. I don't expect this to stay super matte throughout the whole day because that's not what the foundation promises. So I am going to review this foundation and do a wear test based on what the foundation says that it does. But off the bat, I already know I love that concealer. I'm gonna go back and get another shade. I'll probably do a shade above the Chestnut just to help brighten it up a little bit, but I do like the Chestnut shade for a subtle highlight. So right now it is about 8:28 in the morning. So I'll be back in a couple of hours just to show you guys what my face is looking like and also my final thoughts. Hey guys, I'm back, and it is now 6:12 in the evening. All right, wait, hold on. Just showing you guys so you know it's real. 6:12. So I put this on at what time? 8:27 this morning, right? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I say about 9.5 to 10 hours. It's time. I really wanted to block my face, but I couldn't because I wanted to take one for the team and show you guys exactly what my makeup would look like, you know, 9-10 hours later. Wow, I'm very oily, super duper oily, right up in my T, just everywhere. I can't even say my T-zone, it's everywhere. If I'm keeping it real. But I do get oily with all of my other foundations. My matte foundations, like my Estee Lauder, and like my super duper like matte foundations like Kat Von D, they'll stay matte honestly for a good 5-6 hours. So I'm gonna insert a clip here of what the foundation was looking like around the 4th hour. The oils did already start to peek through, and you could see that I was getting oily, but now I am extremely oily. So before I continue this, I just have to go in. I can't take it, y'all. Woo, I cannot. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Much better. I'm gonna be taking this off anyway. After this video, I'm gonna wash this off. But I just wanted to blot real quick. And I didn't even retouch my lips because I didn't want you guys to think that I was cheating or anything like that. So everything that you see here has been what I did this morning. I haven't touched up or blotted anything. All right, so here are my final thoughts on this foundation. Even though my skin did get super oily, because that's just the way it is, this foundation does not promise to keep your face or your makeup matte for the whole day. I think the foundation held up pretty nicely. It settled a little bit on my smile lines, and that's to be expected because I have like deep smile lines, and foundation usually do crease there. So I am experiencing a little bit of creasing around the mouth area, but it's not bad because I've been talking all day at work, laughing and you know whatever all day, and I'm finding that my makeup did stay put. It didn't rub off. It's not patchy. It's still in pretty good shape for 10 hours later. So because I have the most oily skin in the whole entire world, okay guys, I know this for a fact. This is proof, and use me as an example. You can go out and get this foundation and get a flawless finish for a couple of hours. Now by hour 4, hour 5, you're gonna have to go in and blot, you know, with some tissue or just touch up with powder just to keep everything and keep the oils at bay. But I'm not mad at how this foundation lasted throughout the day. And it's super hot and humid outside. It's just nasty. The weather is nasty. It rained and it's just like that sticky, humid air. This makeup did last through that. So you guys, let me know in the comment section if you've used this foundation before and what type of skin you have, whether it's oily or dry or a combination. Let me know how the foundation held up for you. I'm not mad at it. I'm not going to return it. I'm going to keep it. I'm even going to keep it in the spiced rum shade. When I do run out of this foundation and I repurchase, I'll probably get a shade lighter. I'll see what that looks like, but I think I can work with the spiced rum shade. Alright guys, and that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And follow me on all my social media, including Instagram and Snapchat. Until next time, bye.